Hey guys, Bottom25 here, watching the launch of the Radarsat constellation on a Falcon 9 from Vandenberg. Ooh, this will be landing at the, what's the wordy thing? At the landing zone in Vandenberg. So it won't be landing on a boat. It's about another minute until liftoff. Very foggy, but so that's why you can't see the bloody launch.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Sorry, I think I'm going to sneeze very shortly, so be prepared for that.
Stage 2 pressing for flight.
Okay, I'm good. 40 seconds.
Falcon 9 radar set, go for launch and landing.
T-minus 30 seconds, stand by for the countdown.
T-minus 20.
Stage 1 pressing for flight. Falcon 9 is configured for flight.
10, 9,
8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Well, you can see a slight glow, that's it. Hopefully they've got some cameras better position. Yep, there, that's awesome. I've seen the Falcon 9 version of the
Stage 1 propulsion is
although the boost back, the landing is going to be interesting. Yeah, that's the vehicle getting, presumably turning to get onto its launch azimuth.
Power and telemetry now.
As you just saw, Falcon 9 had an on-time liftoff through the fog
signal,
from Vandenberg Air Force Base. Approaching max Q.
Vehicle is supersonic. Vehicle is passing through maximum dynamic pressure.
We now have 3 events coming up in rapid succession. Main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second engine start 1, or SES 1. All of these things you can follow along with on the timeline at the bottom of your screen. Main engine cutoff coming up soon. This is where all 9 engines of F9 will shut down.
First stage off, F9.
Trajectory is looking good.
The second signal, I think there's going to be a bit of a separation, like there's going to be the separation of the first and second stages, but then, unlike in most other rockets, pneumatic systems, there's a bunch of explosive bolts. Is it pneumatic? Really sure it's something like that. It's like air pressure. So go boom.
Stage separation.
And there on your screen, you can see that we have visual confirmation of main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second engine start 1. So on the left-hand side of your screen, we'll watch the first stage as it begins its return back to Vandenberg Air Force Base.
What? You have to switch
side
cameras,
you absolute You can see the second engine as it begins to
we were
carry
just
the
about to
3
leave the boost
Radarsat
backburn
satellites to sun-synchronous orbit.
Is there some secret that you're keeping covered up about the first stage?
So boost backburn has begun. There you just saw fairing deployment. It's a pretty cool shot of the fairing flying away.
Seriously. I am Confusion SpaceX explained.
And we have about 10 seconds left in the boost backburn. So the shot you see on your left is from inside the interstage. And confirmation of boost back shutdown. So in order for
Stage
the
2
first
is on a
stage
nominal trajectory.
to make its way back to landing zone 1 at Vandenberg Air Force Base, it has to execute a series of 3 burns. The first, which you just saw, is what we call the boost back burn, and that helps to slow the rocket down and orient it for entry. Shortly after this, the grid fins, which you see right there, articulating as they help steer the rocket back to Vandenberg, those are deployed to help guide the rocket during its descent. Following that, Falcon 9 executes its entry burn, and that slows itself down before hitting the dense part of the atmosphere. The entry burn actually cuts the first stage speed almost in half. So that's what will be coming up next at about the T+6 minute mark. The third and final burn that stage 1 will execute today is the landing burn. Happens to be everybody's favorite burn, and that takes place just before touchdown as the booster touches down softly on the ground. So if you happen to be in the greater Vandenberg Air Force Base area, I recommend that you head outside because you are very likely in range to experience the sonic boom that comes with re-entry.
Because remember, the sonic boom is
So
really bloody
T
loud.
plus 5 minutes now.
Is that the,
we
is
have
that the column?
confirmation that
Is that the
MVAC
shadow
power
of the
is good.
column from the
Trajectory is looking
smoke
good.
column from the launch? Is that the actual smoke column? I don't quite know which way the arsenal of the booster
Despite
is
the
facing.
foggy view from this morning, everything is looking good. We are 10 seconds till entry burn.
Entry burn is about to begin. Yep, there's the entry burn.
Stage 1 entry burn has started.
Confirmation that stage 1 entry burn has started.
You don't usually
So
get
there on the
footage of
left-hand side of
entry
your
burn,
screen, you
but
see the first stage as it's making its way
It's
back to
usually
landing
out
zone
on
1
a
at
boat.
Vandenberg Air Force Base with the help of the grid fins as it steers. The view on your right is the same operation that we have going on, just from a different camera. So there you can see
And
that we have
stage 1
confirmation of
entry burn
stage
shut
1
down.
entry burn shutdown. Stage 2 on the right-hand side there, looking good. Everything is nominal and trajectory is good.
Stage 1 FTS is
I wonder
safe.
if the landing burn will start before or after it hits the cloud bank. Cloud bank? Is that a correct phrase, or did I just make that
Slowly
up?
but surely
The
you
cloud
can
layer.
see the layer of fog reapproaching on the
fog,
left-hand side
literally
as
the
we have a
exact same
view
thing, except
from the
fog is
top
on
of
the
the
ground.
first stage rocket looking down the rocket towards the engine
Stage 1
section.
transonic.
You heard the call out for stage 1 transonic.
That's, yep, there we go, landing burn has started.
Stage 1
So that answers my question.
Landing burn has begun. Due to the fog, we might lose the video as it touches down, but stay tuned.
There's some weird wibbly wobbly stuff on the bottom. That could just be an issue that could just be the camera being weird. Okay, poof. Into the fog. Landing gears down.
Landing legs have deployed.
Yeah, it's almost down now. Actually have landed. Falcon
Okay,
has landed.
there you can
It
see.
kind of blasted the fog out of the way.
There you can see, again through the fog, but at least a little bit more clearly this time, Falcon 9 has landed at landing zone 1 back at Vandenberg Air Force Base. So with that good news, we turn back into second stage, our primary mission,
Stage
as
2
it
FTS
continues to
safe.
carry the 3 Radarsat constellation satellites to sun-synchronous orbit. That's a shot of the MVAC nozzle as
Which
it
is just shut down.
burns
SECO.
through. And there we had confirmation of second engine cutoff, or SECO. So now we're just going to wait for confirmation of second stage good orbit.
GNC confirms good first orbit insertion.
All right, we have confirmation that we have a good orbit for second stage. Now, we're about to enter a 40-minute coast phase, so we're going to take a break, but we're leaving you with an animation that shows where we are in the coast phase. We'll be back at about T plus 49.5 minutes for a second stage relay.
Also signal Vandenberg as expected. Also signal Hawthorne as expected.
What? I don't know what's going on, so I'm just going to end the video here. That was Launch Radarsat. I'm Falcon 25. Goodbye.